our viewers to become better versions of themselves.
All right, you know what time it is. It's time for the Power Hour. I'm your host, DJ Larry Jones, a.k.a. Mr. Important. If you don't know me, then you don't know anybody. Today's guest, man, is a veteran in the music business, and he's worked with the likes of Charlie Wilson, Faith Evans, Destiny's Child, Monica, and much more. He's here to talk about his own project as well as his designer sunglass line, man. Please welcome Mr. Marcus Devine. Marcus, how are you, brother?
What's up, bro? How you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. I want to say first and foremost, thank you for joining me on the show today, man.
Man, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, I want to jump right into it. You've been behind the scenes for a long time, man. Doing your thing, working with some of the greats, man. What made you decide to say, you know what, I'm ready to do my own thing?
I've been singing for a long time. I actually was singing before I was producing.
Right.
And so I put out a couple projects, just because I can sing and produce. But this time I was like, you know what? I'm not getting no younger, man. I've been doing this thing for like 30 years. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take it serious this time. And I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way. So just giving it everything I got, really. Just, not leaving everything on the table. You know what I mean? On this, leaving it all out there.
Now, like I said, you've been you've done background vocals for folks and producing and all of that stuff, man. What do you think is the biggest challenge, man, in making that transition from being back there to now being up here?
It's all on you. Like when in the background, you could, if it go bad, they ain't gonna be like, Marcus did that. Like, you know what I mean? It's whoever I'm with, whether it's Charlie Wilson or whoever, it's like, that's who's gonna get looked at. So now everything falls on me being out front. But, I've been doing this a long time. I'm talking about even out front, I had gospel groups that I was the lead singer for back in the day. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty used to the, wearing the weight on my shoulder. So I've just been blessed to do every part of the stage situation, whether it's in the band, whether it's background, So, but the challenging thing is nothing to hide behind.
Yeah, right. It's all on you.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. What's your creative process like when it's coming to your own project? What's your creative process like?
Larry, man, so many. Like, I don't have a certain way I do write any song. I could be riding in the car, man, and my wife, my wife laugh at me because it could be raining and the windshield wiper that's a beat to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, and I've literally written melodies to my windshield wipers before, so it's all depends on what's going on. Me and my wife was at breakfast one morning, and she just stayed in her phone, bro, and I was like, golly, you ain't paying me no attention. So I told her when we got done, I said, come on, man, get your stuff, let's go. I dropped her off at home. By the time I got to the studio, I had wrote a whole song called I Wish I Was Your Phone.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So everything triggers, different stuff triggers stuff,
That's part of the gift.
Man,
That's part of that gift, man. I listened to two of your joints, man. Greatest Show on Earth and Love Making.
Yeah.
Both of those joints are fire, but I just told you, man. Yeah. My favorite and my lady's favorite is Love Making. Bro, that's a classic, man. I mean, now, is this part of a full-length project, or is this just an EP you're dropping out there?
Well, what's funny, those two songs were part of a EP that I put out on SoundCloud because I did that project in the middle of the pandemic, and I named it Contagious.
Right.
And iTunes wouldn't clear it because it was called Contagious.
Because
of what was going on, right? And I had the biohazard sign with a heart in the middle of it. So they was like, nah.
Yeah, not at this time, right? Wrong time, buddy.
But I was just trying to get people, because we was locked in, some love. Like, you know what I mean? It was so much going on. So they wouldn't clear. So I just said, you know what? I'm not even going to change the name of the project, nothing. And I just threw it up on SoundCloud. And now that I'm working on this full record now, I don't have music that I'm ready to give to the public until it's right. On this new project. So as I'm doing the promos, I put out, told Ron, my PR, to send out Love Making and greatest show on earth. But the crazy thing is, radio stations are starting to add greatest show on earth and love making. So now I have to revisit it,
Yeah.
and those are going to probably be the lead singles for the new project.
When I heard it, I automatically felt. But when I heard Love Making, it's almost like I heard it before. Like, you know what I mean? Like I heard it on the radio before. I
Oh,
said,
wow.
I said, did he drop this already? It sounded so familiar. It sounded like I heard your voice. Even when I saw your picture, it was like you were there before. So
No.
I don't know if that's a premonition or
Man,
what.
I'm taking it, brother.
Yeah,
I'm taking
yeah.
it. I'm
So
taking it.
even when your PR reached out to me, I was like, he asked me, have you ever heard of Marcus Devine? I said, yeah, I think I did. Even the name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I've done a lot of work that you probably saw on credits.
Right.
But
right.
as far as the artist thing, I never really promoted like
Bro,
that. You
well,
know what I mean?
it's there, man. I'm predicting that these two songs are going to be huge.
Wow. And I'm
Yeah.
taking it, bro. And I appreciate. Let me say that I appreciate that, Larry, because it's making me actually revisit these songs in a different way,
Right.
where to take a more serious. You know, even though when I started this project, they wasn't a part of the project, but it's making me say, nah, don't let nothing get swept under the rug. I don't care what you're doing. So it's making me revisit them. You know, so I'm about to shoot visuals for them, everything. So.
Man, I can't wait to see those visuals, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what the songs do. And hopefully my predictions will come to pass, man.
I'm
Now,
trusting you.
Yes. Now, after working with so many people, man, you know, and finally doing your own thing, what does this project mean to you, man? I mean,
It means, you know what?
and we lost him. Hopefully he'll come back in. Let's see.
Hello?
Yeah, got you.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It just dropped out. We back in. All right, let's pick up. What does this project mean to you? I'll edit that stuff back in.
This time I'm saying whatever I want to say, how I want to say it. I've never been this happy, you know what I mean? Just saying with myself, in my life, with my, you know, family, with my wife, just everything. And just being able to say what I want to say freely, you know. Love making, and like some of the songs are not so nice on the new project because life ain't nice every day.
Right.
Like, and I just came up with the title. Every time I post on Facebook, Instagram, I have this hashtag called #I love my life.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's what the name of the project gonna be. #I love my life. And in your life, you know, just because, you know, every day may not be great, but it's my life, and I love it no matter what it brings, you know, good, bad, whatever. And that's what this project, you're going to see all of that on the project.
Right. Yeah, that's a good place to be, man. Good place to be in your life is just enjoying life, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, who are some of your musical inspirations coming up? Who did you listen to?
Oh, man. The typical basic ones, everybody, you know, the Stevies, the Donnies, a lot of gospel, you know. I was a church boy. I call myself a hood church boy. I lived in the hood. Like, I was real hood and hung out with the homies, but I went to church.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it would be the John P. Keys, you know. Dietrich Hatton is one of my close brothers, you know, so I actually played with him for like 9-10 years.
Yeah.
So definitely, you know, the Winans Commission, so that was my influence. But then when you get into the secular world, like producers, I tell everybody, if you want to know who Marcus Devine is, he's Devontae from Jodeci mixed with Teddy Riley with a splash of Rodney Jerkins and Timberland. I'm all of them.
That's a nice gumbo.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right? That's a nice go. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with them, man.
Yeah. Now, you grew up where music was happening, popping back then, man. You know what I mean? What was your influence? Did it influence you back then? How early on did you catch that music bug?
Early. Like, for me, all my life, only thing I wanted for Christmas was a basketball and an instrument, a guitar.
Right.
Like, I don't care about no toys. I don't care about none of that. It was a basketball every year and some type of instrument. Like, you know, being from Motown, everybody think, oh, Motown must have you
Right.
know, I'm grateful for what Motown did for Detroit, but my influences were mostly gospel artists.
Right.
You know,
Right.
quartet. I was born up in quartet. I'm a quartet baby, so that's where a lot of my
Yeah.
music influences come from.
Yeah. Now you were the music director for the Millennium Tour.
Yes, sir.
What was that experience like? Because that tour was what, back in 21, right?
Yeah, well, we did 20. No, we did 19, 21, and 22. We did 3 years,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and
What was?
one of the years we won Billboard Tour of the Year.
Wow. Well, I know
Yeah.
you got some funny stories, man. Give us something, man, that that we don't know and never heard before that went on that tour.
On that tour, trying to see. I can't think of nothing
Cause,
too funny. Um, it just was a lot. Let me put it like this: it was a lot because I actually was the music director for 6 artists on the last tour,
right. And who are those
which
artists?
um, Pretty Ricky, um, Lloyd, Bobby V, um, who else? Oh, Day 26 and Carrie Hilson.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I'm on the stage all night. You know what I mean? It was almost
Yeah.
like a revolving door. As soon as one get done, we right off into the next one. So that was kind of hard trying to figure out timing, you know, making sure nobody goes over time, and then dealing with all the artists and all the management. Like, man, it was crazy. So that would be the craziest part for me, and getting into it in rehearsal about different things. So that crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Now, who do you listen to today? Who's some of your artists? I mean, first, let me ask you this: how do you feel about today's music? I mean, because what I noticed about your music, it brought me back to that old school R&B type feel.
Well, that's what
You know?
drives me. I'm old school
Right.
'90s R&B till I die, but I love it all.
Yeah.
Like the people I listen to the most right now. You hip the Rod Wave.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Like I love Rod Wave. Blast is one of my favorite artists right now. Of course, her Money Long.
Right.
You know, I like today's R&B. You know,
Yeah.
and I love progression. I think everything needs to progress. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Even
Right.
if you use bits and pieces of what used to be, I think you should grow. You know, and I think a lot of us get actually we weed ourselves out of the business and out of the situation being bitter or being whatever, you know, jaded
Right.
with other artists, you know, because just think about it. The music I do now, the generation before me wouldn't like what I'm doing right now. They'll
Right.
say it's too much and I'm gone too far, you know what I mean? So, but the same people with Motown was doing too much to certain people
Mm,
before them. So it's always going to be that thing. But
yeah.
I think you don't progress and you don't move forward if you look at everything and be like, it should stay like this, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it
So,
has to be growth somewhere. It has to be
oh
some sort of
man,
change. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it, man.
that
If you could work with anybody now, who would that be?
Brandy, that ain't even nothing
Oh,
hard.
that'll be yeah,
That would be my bucket list artist. You know, I've
yeah,
worked with everybody, but I think me and her could do some incredible things together.
yeah. Yeah, I can hear that. I can definitely hear that. I can hear
Yeah.
that. Man, I want to thank you so much for joining me on the show today, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Now, what can we expect from you in the future? More music, more production, or just everything?
Everything. I'd say everything. I'm I do it all, bro. So
Right.
uh, you may see like Marcus shot that video, like you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
I do it all. So definitely more music. The album is gonna be incredible, man. I got some great actually features on this project. Man, I'm
let's
so
talk
excited
about that
about.
for a minute. Let's unpack that a little bit. On this
Okay.
project, who can we expect to see and hear on this project?
Selena Johnson, me and her got a duet together that's gonna be man, it's not
She
gonna
got
be, it's incredible. It's called Keep Loving. My brother Q Parker from 112, we did a song called FYI for your,
mm,
you know,
yeah,
for your information. That one is for the ladies, and that's raw. Like it's nothing like Greatest Show on Earth. This is
yeah.
straight to the point type of record. Um, Dave Hollister got a song with him, and just trying to get my timing together, scheduling together, because me and Teddy Riley we're doing a song together too on my project.
Man, so when can we expect this? How soon will this be
Um,
released?
I'm looking at around October.
Okay.
Releasing some singles before then, but the whole project around October gives me a chance to make sure it's right.
Right.
Plus, I'm producing other people, and
Right.
when it come out, I want it to be something I'm happy about and proud about.
Right.
So I give myself October, and plus that's my birthday, so I figure
Oh
that's a
yeah.
good time to
Well, if I
release
don't speak to you again, brother, happy birthday,
it.
man.
Yeah,
and
hopefully we
and
talk again.
yeah. Hopefully we will. I mean, Ron is a good dude, man. So he'll link us back up.
Oh, no doubt, bro.
Yeah, but listen, man. These two songs I'm about to play it when we get out of here. I love it. It's in the car right now,
Wow.
and bro, if the project sounds anything like what was sent to me,
Hmm.
man, it's going straight to the top, bro.
Well, we on top then, because that
Yeah,
makes my day right there.
yes, sir. Hey, man, Marcus Devine, thank you so much for joining me on the show today. It's Power Hour. I'm your host,
Man,
DJ
thank you,
Larry
bro.
Jones.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
man.
You're watching the Power Hour. The Power. With DJ Larry Jones.
What are some of the blends? All right, it's time for the Power Hour, and on this segment, I have. All right, you're watching